Yo, what's up guys, my name is Nick and welcome to the penultimate race of the season. As you can see, we are collecting our trophy from last race, of course. We won the Mexico Grand Prix. If you haven't seen that episode, then go check it out right now. The link should be in the description, if I didn't forget it. Otherwise, please leave me a comment saying that I need to put it there. So yeah, as you can see, we are doing some upgrades, some activities, everything, and we are also doing the last upgrade that we need to save for next season in the durability department. We are also upgrading that one, as it actually isn't an upgrade, it's just to hold it for next season. And this one, a minor upgrade, is free. So we are taking that one. As you can see right now, we are taking our last component and we will start qualifying right after that. Oh boy, the car is smoking again, or so it was in the cutscene. And we know what happened last time when that was. I think that was in Silverstone when we had an engine problem, so let's just hope that doesn't happen again this time around. As you can see, it's a wet qualifying and it is a sprint weekend. So that's why we only had one practice so far. I didn't show you guys that, but I noticed it as soon as I started the qualifying session. As you can see, our first lap is a 1:22.8 and we improved to 1:21.1. We are still a last, but we are coming in right now as I... Oh, no, never mind. I did not come in right now. I crashed now. So luckily no terminal damage from that, otherwise it would be game over for us. So let's see what we can do as we are coming out of the pits now. On intermediates, the track was drying and Mark told me to go on inters. So I listened to him and I was apparently the only one to go on intermediates. And you can see when we start our lap, Ocon is fighting us. He is on wets, he is faster. We lose almost 2/10 in the first corner only. So I was pissed at everything around me, at myself and at Mark. You can see I even tried to cut the track, but even after that we just didn't gain any time with cutting corners and everything. And I was pretty pissed at Ocon, so I did this. I turned into him and then we got damage. But let's just hope the sprint race will go a little bit better, of course.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, Bottas, and Pierre Gasly, Albon, Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Joe, Sainz, Perez, Kevin Magnussen and Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, Latifi, Liam Lawson and the engineer. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
It's sprint race time and we are starting, of course, the first of 12 laps. And the lights are already out and away we go. Not as fast as the other 21 drivers. but there was no other option than just start last, of course. There were an amazing amount of penalties. I don't know how much of the drivers had penalties, but it's unbelievable. Just like it's every race right now that almost half the grid or even more people get penalties. I hope it will get fixed into season 2. That is maybe just a season 1 thing. As we are coming up here, and it's Ocon. What if I almost cursed? Sorry for that. But what was he doing? Let's have a replay of that, please. My God, you can see he's just drove into the back. He just drove into the back of the Williams. Yeah, thank you, mate. That gave us a virtual safety car, but that one has ended as well. Right now in lap 2, one lap is already done, and we are in P18. But maybe we can get lucky and overtake Magnussen and Sainz. But I think they both got penalties, or at least Sainz did, as he has gotten penalties since I think it was Hungary. Which was episode number 13, I guess? 12? Something like that. And every race until now he has gotten a penalty. So I don't know what's wrong with him, but maybe it's just the reliability of what is happening with my speech. Please, Nick, thank you. But maybe it's just the durability of that Ferrari, as we are almost halfway done with the sprint race, and now Tsunoda and Lawson have caught up again, and we lost some time to Magnussen ahead. And as you can see, we have an orange icon, which means that we are over 60% with one component or maybe more, as we have a collision with Tsunoda, and he's immediately going into the pits. It was a quick reaction from the team. But that will be his race over. Or actually, just a sprint race. The real race needs to start. So we won't be having any problems of him anymore in the sprint race. As he's going onto soft tires. And Liam is now behind me. Only 3/10 between me and my teammates. He won't be staying with the team after Sundays. I think it's Sunday. I don't know, it's just the next race that he will leave right after he's crossed the finish line or got a DNF, or I don't know what he will be doing. But he will not be joining the team again for season 2. I have a driver already in my mind that I want to get for the second driver. And I also made a livery for the second season. Which is special to that driver, of course, as we make a huge dive bomb on our teammates. My God. To be honest, I don't even know if I have to apologize for that, as he is my teammate and I am the team boss. But you can see lap 7 coming into lap 8, and he's going for the inside. And we go into turn 1, he locks up, and mate, please. I know you want to stay, but if you want to stay, you don't need to drive like that. As you can see in the replay, no, this is not a good onboard. Please give me something else. Maybe an onboard from his car, maybe, or something like that. Yes, thank you very much. He just locks up, and he doesn't even slow down or anything. He just goes ahead with his race. Of course, he even has penalties, so I don't know why he's fighting me. He is not gaining any more positions, as they are 8 seconds up ahead, as this time I just once again throw it down the inside at that corner. And it's now checkered flag. Lap 12 is done, and it's Charles Leclerc who wins the sprint race and also gets driver of the day. You can see that right now. But that's not the only thing that he's getting today. He's also becoming world champion of 2022. Of course, in real life that's not happening, but it is in our MyTeam career. I'm really happy for him, and we will maybe get a fight with him next season, but let's start the race.
Welcome along then to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the very final corner. And just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Sergio Perez, and Zhou, Bottas, Stroll, Albon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And the engineer, Mick Schumacher. They've taken a grid penalty. Russell, Nicholas Latifi, and Vettel. Sainz, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, and Liam Lawson. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Ocon, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, and Max Verstappen completes the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
We are already past 12 minutes into this video. If you're watching right now, please comment P10 to P1 or something like that. Just comment something that I know that you are still watching, as we are having a bad start. Once again, it's not a surprise anymore for us, as we've had so many bad starts this season. Well, actually just on this channel is unbelievable. But we are still in P11 behind Schumacher, the other Haas of course, compared to what we had in the sprint race. And Latifi is currently fighting with Sainz. And you can see we started in P10. We finished in... Oh, what happened there? We had a little bit of a problem there. Luckily no damage. And we could avoid that one, as we are now overtaking Bottas. I want to get his position and get 2 points instead of 1. Of course, if we can get 1 point in this race, it's also fantastic. But since that we've won a race, our standards are my God, man. Sorry for that. Our standards are now higher than ever. Maybe next season we can get some more podiums, wins, whatever we want. So yeah, still Bottas on our inside. Luckily no collision as we had with our teammates. So that isn't happening today. As we are losing some time to Albon, but I don't think we will be too slow compared to him to keep him close up front. As there was a yellow flag, what happened there? Is someone out of the race or was it a spin? Let me see. It's Carlos Sainz out of the session. What happened to him? Please tell me. It's just an engine problem. He has gotten so many penalties this season. How is it even possible that he has a engine failure? This is unbelievable. We are currently in lap 4, P9. So if we could just get a red flag and finish the race like this, I would be more than happy. Of course, we have Albon ahead, so I think that should be possible to overtake him, and maybe even Stroll, as the Aston Martin isn't the best car either. But so aren't Bottas, his Alfa Romeo, and Schumacher, his Haas. So we are fighting with the teams that aren't that far up ahead compared to us in the development race, as I should call it, as it is a race to upgrade our cars as fast as possible to win the Constructor Championship. Of course, when you are driving in a driver's career, then you don't care that much about the Constructors Championship, because it's not your team and you can just leave anytime you want to go to a new team and get a driver championship at another team. But once you made your own team, it's more important to get the constructors instead of the drivers. As we had contact with Schumacher there, what was he doing? He just drove into the back of me. I didn't even hit the brakes or something. As we are now looking from the helicopter and now from our own car, and from another camera angle, I don't know why I'm telling you that. As we are 3 wide, we come out ahead and Bottas at a bad exit from corner number 4. So now hopefully Schumacher and Bottas will fight. I don't know if Schumacher is going to pit with that little bit of damage that he had. I think his end plate, his end plate is gone. So as I know from the AI, they will pit. So that will happen at the end of this lap, of course. As you can see, he is into the pit, but so is his teammate. Oh no, it's a double stack at Haas. Earlier than expected for a front wing. I think it's both of them because Magnussen is not even on the softs. Otherwise, it would be logical for him to pit around this time in the race. But you can see how long it's taking the team to get a front wing on for his teammate. And now he even needs to wait until they are ready to fix up his car. But we are not waiting for that. We are here to get a new camera angle. We are now inside our own car. We haven't had that earlier this season. But Bottas has overtaken us, and it's a 3-way fight for that, for those last spots in the top 10, of course, for those point-paying positions. But as it looks, Bottas is a stronger driver today. I think he has the better setup and the better car. I don't know about the setup, but I do know about the car. As now Russell is trying to go down the inside at turn 1. But we managed to get a good exit. He's still at our left hand side and he takes the inside line. And you can see as soon as we hit 9% ERS, then we just didn't get any more top speed. But Russell goes deep into the corner and we managed to overtake him, or at least we try. We are still side by side. Is this going to end well? I think it is, as we are running wide and we are safely through. But a yellow flag. Russell has spun. What has happened to him? You can see from his onboard right now, he is down our inside. And there was absolutely no contact and all. He just lost his rear, and that is, I guess, race over for him. Of course, he will continue in this race, but his hopes for points or anything like that will be gone. The Mercedes is, of course, a top car in this universe, but I don't think he can get up into P10 because he lost like something around 10 to 15 seconds. As Verstappen is in P12 right now, he's fighting with Alonso. He started last, so the fact that he's already up into P12 or 13, that's amazing for him. But I don't know where he will finish, of course, as we are coming into the pits right now. With Gasly close behind. We had a problem with our rear left tire, so we just came out ahead of Gasly. I didn't want to show you just the cameras and everything from the pit stop, as it's just a time waste. The video is already more than 20 minutes long. It's in fact 25 minutes long, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that right now. And like, you can do that, of course, if you want. But if you are 20 minutes into a video, I think it's more than logical to do that. So yeah, we go into lap 19 then. We are fighting with Gasly, and Schumacher is also quite close behind. Bottas and Stroll are just past the horizon. So we won't be seeing them anytime soon. So let's just hope we can hold on to this 10th position for 1 point. Or maybe a DNF in front of us to get some extra points. You never know with the durability of the Ferrari if they can get to the end. We have a Red Bull powertrain engine in the back of our car. So I'm not too worried at the moment, even though we are over 60% at the ICE components. So maybe that could give us some top speed losses. So maybe we lose a couple kilometers per hour. But I don't think anything major will happen, as we are currently 4 tenths ahead of Alonso, but 5 seconds ahead of Gasly. They had a fight with a couple of them. Maybe Gasly has some damage, but he isn't going into the pits, as Bottas is now at our insides, and he is just overtaking us like it's nothing. He just has a better car. I can't do anything about it. Maybe we can fight back on the second DRS straight. As you can see, he is quite some distance ahead of us, so we won't be overtaking him into this corner, but let's just hold on to him and try to get that 1 point.
It looks like we might have an issue. Hang in there, we're attempting to manage it.
Oh no. Please no. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Please no, please let's not be fatal.
It looks critical. Find somewhere to
It's
retire
critical.
as soon as
Oh,
possible. We
oh.
can't risk you carrying on with this race, I'm afraid.
This is unbelievable. It's a penultimate
Okay,
race of the
serious.
season.
We need you to retire as soon as possible.
This will mean that we need to take another penalty, not another penalty, but we need to take a penalty for the last race of the season. Oh, this is not good.
We've witnessed some great battles around the historic curves of Interlagos today, and they've taken a fantastic win. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So it's not a good end to the race for us, but it is for Lewis Hamilton, who takes the win of the Brazilian Grand Prix. He managed to be better than anyone else in this race, which is quite logical, otherwise you won't win a race. And it's Lando Norris in P2, as you can see on the podium with him. And Charles Leclerc in P3. He is world champion, of course, so he won't be worrying too much about this race and the next one, the last one to be precise. And Liam only got P18 with 2 DNFs who were in front of him. Mate, oh, come on. Please get faster. Oh, actually, no. Please don't get faster and just get the hell out of Formula 1. Thank you. You can see we are currently 8th in the constructor standings, and we are not that far up ahead of AlphaTauri, and Williams has 27 points. That's unbelievable. They are at the same position, or the same amount of points as Aston Martin. Of course, that isn't the best team either, but Williams, they came from a really low. So, well done to them. If we just finished the race in P11, we would have gotten some more cash, but that didn't happen either. I don't know where my 40k damage came from. I think from the crash with Ocon and at the end of my first run in qualifying. but we are still on $8.2 million. So we will be taking a new driver who costs a little bit more, but he will be better. So yeah, you guys will see that at the end. No, actually not at the end. At the start of Season 2. Only one race remaining. Hopefully you will watch that video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you there. Goodbye.